All right. Let's see. We've got a couple minutes before starting here. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back. So I have, I think, 2 minutes. All right.
This is the vibe of Vegas. The vibe.
Oh, we've got some people in already. Okay. Scheduled this thing for 12:15. It's 12:14. Got up to grab a cup of water. All right, so let's get started. My name is Sebastian. I am host of Ninth Island Connection, your weekly lifestyle resource for all things Vegas. Check out the About Us here so that you can see how you can watch our television show. We reach about 4.5 million households every single week throughout the country. We do have a partnership with Cox Cable. So if you are in, hey, welcome. If you are in a Cox Cable market, you can watch our television show. So just check your local listings. We also air on ABC, CW, and NBC in Guam, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, of course, across the state of Hawaii, here in Vegas, Southern California. So just check us out. You can see how you can watch our television show. Doesn't cost anything. We are on every single week across the country, and you can find that information on ninthislandconnection.com. We have our entire television schedule and the different channels depending on the state that you're in across the country. So I am the host, and this is our weekly live update where we bring you an update on what's going on in Vegas right now. So yes, on our YouTube channel, we do monthly updates like what to expect in the month of December, January, etc. Hey, welcome. So if you check out, so we also stream on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku via the Hey Vegas app. And that information is on our website as well. So you might be able to stream our show. We have the first 4 seasons up there streaming online. So check out our website, ninthislandconnection.com, NINTH, islandconnection.com. You can see how you can potentially watch our television show. So let's see. So we bring you an update on what to expect. So this is different from our monthly update. So every week we let you know what's going on now, what's coming up this weekend, and any recent announcements that may be of interest to you. We talk about weather, traffic, real time, like what's happening now, any projects, new announcements, etc. And there's a lot, guys. I don't know how clearly you're going to be able to see this, but this is my notes. These are my notes for today's live. There is a lot going on in Vegas. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's start with the good. The weather right now in Vegas is absolutely perfect. It is perfect right now to be out and about. There's Carlos right there. It's perfect to be out and about in Vegas. During the day, that's anywhere from 64 to 68 degrees. And it is a 4-degree swing. But depending on where you are in the valley, it's going to be different. Like we are southeast. We're southeast. We're a higher elevation. So we're on the lower end of that range. We are in like 63, 64 for our daytime highs. Whereas in the Las Vegas Valley on the strip, you're closer to 68. And that's, the cars, so car pollution, people pollution, we have body heat. and there's a lack of wind. And the valley, the Vegas Strip, is the lowest point in the valley, so it's warmer down there. But that's great because it's perfect to be outside during the day and explore what else there is to do outside of the casino, like the Arts District, East Fremont Street Experience, Red Rock. This is perfect to go check out Red Rock Canyon, or even do mini road trips to nearby destinations like Lake Las Vegas, Lake Mead, Hoover Dam. This is a perfect time to be out and about and just checking out different things. However, on the other side of that is the ugly. F1 is still impacting Vegas, and traffic on and around the Strip is a complete disaster. And I'll tell you, and it's kind of like, it's annoying because I've seen several videos on social media of people talking about F1, saying, oh, F1 came in, it was a tremendous success, and then Vegas is back to normal. They tore everything down, they're tearing everything down, and Vegas is back to normal and all of that. That is the furthest thing from the truth. Traffic is horrendous. We were on the Strip, stayed on the Strip. We do stay on the Strip 2 to 3 nights every single week. We stay on the Strip, sleep in hotels. We don't just go there and do videos and then go home. We stay there. We're in it. To give you guys the best possible advice on our experience, because we're experiencing it as well. So we checked out the day before the race last week. We checked in on Monday, just this last Monday, after the race ended. And we were just there Sunday and Monday of this week. We stayed at Planet Hollywood for 2 nights. And I can tell you, when we came home on Tuesday, we stayed Sunday night, Monday night. So when we came home yesterday, the barriers are still up on the racetrack. There's still detours all around the Strip where you can't turn left, you can't turn right. It's just, and it's creating so much congestion. Now, at the same time, they're trying to remove the barriers. So all of the lanes and all that stuff is still closed, and it feels like they're moving at a snail's pace. In front of Bellagio fountains, that big obnoxious grandstand with the rooftop is still there. You know, it took them almost 3 months to put up. It's not like it's going to come down in a week. So all of these videos that you're seeing out there saying about F1 and how, you know, Vegas is back to normal and everything's fine, it's simply not true. Now, inside of the properties, there are Christmas decorations, like at the shops at Crystals, for example. The holiday stuff is up. The ice skating rink is going at Cosmopolitan. The tree is up there. So all of that stuff is happening, yes. What they're not showing you is the traffic around the Strip. So if you're going to be taking any mini road trips, plan accordingly. Like, leave first thing in the morning and get back early before rush hour traffic in the late afternoon. You want to go to Lake Mead, Hoover Dam, go first thing in the morning. Get up, get showered, get out the door, go do that stuff, and get back to your hotel before it gets too crazy. Anywhere between 11 and 1 p.m., which is checkout times, right? 11 is standard. You might be able to get a 12 p.m. checkout time, a later one, 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. So between 11 a.m. or 10:30 to like 1, it's going to be heavy traffic around the casino properties, around the hotel properties, because majority of people are checking out around those times. So you have a lot of rideshare to and from the airport, taxis, people that just drive themselves, moving around. So be prepared for that stuff. But you're still going to have fun. You're still going to have fun in the casino. There's still great food in October. October is an interesting month. I just talked about this the other day. It can be 80 degrees one day and 55 the very next day, depending on the shift in the wind. And so October is like a flip of the coin, because it's just based on the wind. As the winter weather starts to move into the Northern California region and hitting northern Nevada, that wind the jet stream can pull it down into the valley. So when that wind is heavy from north to south, it's going to be cold those days. When the wind is just coming across the country and we're getting Southern California temperature, then that's the 80-degree day. So really, you have to look at it week to week because it can literally change overnight. And we've seen it, we've experienced it. You can have, like I said, 80 degrees one day and be by the pool, and it's just the best. The very next day, it could be cold, cloudy, and 55 degrees and miserable. So be prepared for that. And that's the same thing like in March. In March, it's like that as well. In March, it can be 80 degrees, the pools are opening, beautiful, and then it can be 50 degrees the next day. March and October are kind of like the weirdest months here in Vegas. And that's based on our experience. And we've lived in different parts of the valley. We lived in Summerlin, out there by Red Rock Casino. We lived in Green Valley Ranch, right by Green Valley Casino, the district area, right by there. And we live in South Henderson now, out towards Horizon Ridge and stuff. So we're a little bit higher up. And wherever we've been, the climate is the same in March and October. It's a toss-up of what you're going to get there. Looking forward to your updates. Awesome. Yeah, Mark. February, Super Bowl, well, playoff and Super Bowl weekend is nuts in Vegas. It's just crazy. Highly doubt you're not going to see Vegas, the Raiders, in the playoffs. Their season is done. But it's still so much fun. The sports books are full. Weather is kind of warming up a little bit. February, you are getting like 60s and 70s. People are, especially coming out of like the Midwest, folks coming down from Minnesota, the Dakotas, Canada, Michigan, Ohio, upstate New York, those guys coming down. You'll see them at the pool and it's 60 degrees in full sun because they've been going through, minus 30 degree temperatures. So plus 60 is warm. So it's high energy. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. You're going to have a great time. All right. So again, F1 is still here and it's still doing its thing. We are going to be staying, I believe Sunday or Monday, we're staying down on the Strip, and we'll give you guys another update just so you can see what it looks like. We'll just do a short and put it up on here. All right, so let's talk about some concert announcements. There's been a lot of announcements this week. You've got, and I'm looking down at my notes right here, guys. Josh Groban going to be at Caesars May 9th through 11th of next year, but tickets are on sale now. Dead and Company at the Sphere, they've added 18 more shows to the Sphere. The Sphere is killing it out here in Vegas. It's a great attraction. That's going to be next March, April, and May. But of course, tickets are on sale now for that. Barry Manilow just locked in a lifetime, residency at the Westgate. And I feel like when I'm 50 years old, just to be clear, I'm 50 years old. And I feel like when I was a kid, Barry Manilow was old already. Like he was old. But granted, when you're a kid, if somebody's 30, you think they're old when you're 12 years old, right? But I feel like he was old when I was a kid. And I'm 50 now, and he just locked in a lifetime residency at the Westgate. He's been here performing in Vegas forever, and he's not going anywhere. He's still doing his thing, and he sells out. I've never seen him because that's not my genre, but he still sells out his concerts over there at the Westgate. So he's there for life. Let's see, what else do we have? Kendrick Lamar and SZA are going to be over at Allegiant Stadium on May 3rd and 4th. Tickets go on sale this Friday, December 6th for that concert. Also, AC/DC has announced they're coming to town April 26th. Tickets for that one are on sale December 6th as well, this Friday. So if you're looking to come in, you want to catch AC/DC at Allegiant Stadium or Kendrick Lamar and SZA, tickets go on sale this week, Friday. Let's see what's going on. Museum of Illusions has a Winter Wonderland theme through, other festivities on the Strip. You've got the ice rink at the Cosmopolitan that I mentioned, which is so cool to just go up there, and just get some views of the strip. I did get some video. I'm going to make a short for it and post it on our social media. So you can see what the ice skating rink looks like, the Christmas tree, the views from the rooftop there. Really cool, especially around sunset. And it doesn't cost anything to go out there onto the rooftop and take pictures and just go up there. There's a couple bars up there. So, of course, you can just go up there, hang out up there, have a drink at the bar. There's no admission. You do pay for skating. But their rates for ice skating are all-day rates. You can do an all-day pass, and if you're staying at Cosmopolitan or close, you can go ice skate in the morning, go in the afternoon, go in the evening. You can come and go as you please all day with the day passes. But again, it doesn't cost anything to just go check it out, to just go up there and check out the ice skating rink at the Cosmopolitan. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, not so good news. We have to talk about 50 years in October. Welcome. Happy to have you. Welcome to the club. Happy early birthday for next year when you're coming for your 50th birthday. Awesome. I hope you have a great time. Let's see. So some not so good news. And we have to talk about resort fees. And the strip properties have done it again. Let's see. Bellagio, Cosmopolitan, let's see, Rio is raising their prices. All MGM properties are raising their prices. All their resort fees are raising. Every MGM property, including the Rio. The Rio is not part of MGM. That's Dreamscape, but they have just announced that they're raising their resort fees as well, which really sucks because, you know, I know why they put resort fees in, and I'll share that with you. And this is all public information. Every year here in Vegas, visitors spend less money gambling than the previous year. Every year it seems to go down 0.5% or so. Right now, as 2023, actually, only 37% of all revenue that Vegas brought in was gambling. Only 37%. Why is that? You've got the Golden Knights, you've got all of the concerts, you've got the mega celebrity chef restaurants like your Hell's Kitchens, and you've got NFR, you've got F1 now in Vegas, you've got Raiders football, baseball is coming soon. So there are a lot of people traveling to Vegas for other things than gambling. And we've always said that when people have told us, oh, I don't go to Vegas because I don't gamble. I could never live in Vegas because I'm not a gambler. There's so much more. I mean, world-class dining, entertainment, events. There's so much more to Vegas than gambling. If you watch our videos, we do so much. We gamble a little bit, of course, because we enjoy it, but we're not a gambling channel, and we're not like, there are gambling channels out there that I actually really enjoy. Like Vegas Matt is probably my favorite gambling channel because it's just so exciting to watch. But we're not a gambling channel, and our life in Vegas does not revolve around gambling. There's so much more. And what we bring you right there, restaurants, machine guns, food, experiences, dinner theaters, all of the entertainment, all of that stuff. There's so much more in Vegas. So where do resort fees and then paying for parking and all that stuff? Because the casinos and properties need to make up that revenue somewhere. They can't just show losses. If you've ever been in sales, you can't just go to your boss every quarter and just report a loss every single quarter without a plan of how you're going to make up that revenue, right? You can have, I've been in sales for many, many years, and you can forecast loss ahead of time. That's why it's forecasting. You better have a plan on how you're going to make up that expected loss revenue. So that's the resort fees, that's parking, and they raise these prices all the time. That's how they get you. Yeah, Vegas Matt is so much fun when he goes up and says, I've got $6,000 right here. I'm going to put it all on Baccarat on one hand. It's nuts. That's not my budget, and nor if it were my budget. Again, we're not a gambling channel. We're not heavy gamblers. I don't think I could ever do that. How's the weather? Right now is perfect. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I was out and about running errands this morning, and it's very nice outside right now. And it's supposed to be mid 60s. I think we're going to be 70 at 68 or 70 on Saturday, and Sunday's going to be nice and warm. It's perfect. It is perfect. And Saturday, we're actually going to be doing the Santa Run downtown. And all downtown, it goes around Fremont Street, the Santa Run down there. We love doing that. We do it every single year. This is I love fall. Actually, we love all year long, because in the summertime, I don't mind 115 degrees. I don't mind 120 degrees. We love it. We go down. We just hang out at the pools all day long and just enjoy the heat. I mean, we don't mind it because you can always get a reprieve in the casinos. It's like an ice box. So too hot outside, just walk inside one of the properties and you'll be cooled off like that. Trust me. Now is the perfect time for exploring. In the middle of the summer, you're not going to catch me at Red Rock Canyon. You're not going to catch me at Hoover Dam, Lake Mead. You're not going to catch me walking around exploring Vegas. Absolutely not. No. Now it's perfect. Oh, you're going to have a great time. The weather is perfect, Gino. The weather is perfect. So let's see. Where were we? Oh, Chippendales are leaving the Rio. They've been at the Rio for like 20 years. I didn't even realize that until they announced that they're leaving the Rio and they're moving to the Link, which makes sense because Rio was a Caesars property for many years, and Dreamscape took over about 18 months, I think it's been. So it makes sense that Chippendales, being loyal to Caesars Entertainment, is going to be moving to a Caesars property, and that's going to be the Link down there on the Strip, which we just stayed at for one night on Monday, last week Monday. Had a great time. Hey, Max, welcome. So let's see. There's a big rumor, and this rumor, I'm not going to say the sources, but they're credible sources. And you know that on our channel, we do not speculate at all. We do not speculate. We just talk about what's happening. But this rumor is huge, and it's being announced by a lot of credible sources. Do your research on it if you want more information. But there's potentially an NBA arena, NBA-ready arena that's going to be built on 22 acres at the Rio. There's a lot of land around the Rio. And apparently there's a 22-acre lot that's in the process of being purchased by a development group to build an NBA-ready team. I'm not saying there's an NBA team coming to Vegas. I'm not saying that at all because, again, I don't speculate. An NBA-ready arena over there at the Rio. That just means that they're going to build an arena and a team can move in. Now, if you look at some of the different events that happen throughout the year in Vegas, basketball is huge in Vegas. College basketball during playoffs, men's and women's, right? NCAA men's and women's come to Vegas all the time, every single year. NBA does like in-season things. I'm not an NBA person, but they do like in-season like mini tournaments that happen in Vegas. So this NBA-ready arena at the Rio would be a perfect spot for all of these events. And then when the time does come, because I feel like very confident that there will be an NBA team in Vegas, that arena will already be there ready to go, whether it's an expansion team and it's a Vegas-born NBA team, or it's a relocation of a team from somewhere else throughout the country to Vegas. Nice, Sahara. I wonder what is going on. Chippendales have to be. They've been performing over there at the Rio for like 20 years. The Chippendales, answering question or the comment from Adventures in Texas. Yeah, they have to be. I've never been to a Chippendale show, but they sell out. I mean, they've been there for 20 years for a reason. I heard it was going to be by Sahara. I wonder what's going near. Yeah, so that was that deal. You're talking about the NBA arena. That deal has fallen through. That's just gone nowhere. It just fell apart. just floundered out there, and it's over. Yeah, it just never went anywhere. But you're right. There was a site back there that a couple of years ago was being talked about being an NBA ready arena. So the same plan, but that's since moved. Now, I guess the new spot that they're looking at is 22 acres near the Rio. Yeah. Last comedy show you attended. Oh, let's see. Colin Cloud. That's kind of like comedy magic. Was great. We did it's not a stand-up, but a dinner theater show that was pretty awesome and a lot of fun. There's a lot of humor in it. That was a lot of fun. Let's see, like just straight stand-up comedians. I mean, they weren't Vegas locals. If it's just a pure stand-up comedian, we did see Dave Chappelle here. That was awesome. We did see Tracy Morgan when he was in town. Awesome. Yeah. All right, let's see. So a cancellation for next year, is all the fencing down? No. Nope. All of the fencing is not down. If you look on my channel, I just put a short. Look at the shorts on my channel. I just put one up Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, we came home Tuesday. Take a look at our shorts. I just put up a short of what the strip looks like as of yesterday. Just yesterday, we were down there, and it's an absolute mess. Roads closed. You can't turn left. You can't turn right. Lanes shrunken down. Yeah, it's just if you're gonna be on the strip and moving up and down the strip, I would recommend. Well, the weather is absolutely perfect to just walk down Las Vegas Boulevard, but they do have the trams like the Bellagio. It was from Bellagio to Park MGM. There's a free tram that goes from Bellagio to Park MGM. You can cross the street over Excalibur. There's a tram that goes from Excalibur to Mandalay Bay, completely free. It does stop at Luxor as well. So you're pretty covered from Mandalay Bay to Bellagio on that side of Las Vegas Boulevard. And then on the other side of Las Vegas Boulevard, you've got the monorail. Oh, well, yeah, there's a free tram at Mandalay Bay that goes all the way to Excalibur. And you can just cross the street from Excalibur over the pedestrian overpass, of course, into New York. And right across from New York is Park MGM, where they have a free tram that goes from Park MGM all the way to Bellagio, which is going to get you to the center of the strip. If you want to go like from one end to the other, there's the monorail goes from MGM Grand all the way down to Sahara on that side of the strip. But it's such a nice day. It's going to be such a beautiful weekend that you could just take your time cruising down the strip. I would definitely take the tram from Mandalay Bay to Excalibur though. Because there's really nothing on Las Vegas Boulevard in front of those three properties. It's just the road on this side and you're on the sidewalk. Yep, no problem. All right, Sick New World has been canceled for 2025. Now, Sick New World, we didn't attend because we weren't here. Actually, we were not in town. We were out of town on vacation. But hey, Vance, bonjour. What's your honest opinion of the Flamingo? We love the Flamingo. Absolutely love the Flamingo. But it's a very unique property. If you're looking for high-end luxury, it's not the Flamingo. Flamingo is old Vegas. It's high energy, but people go to Flamingo to gamble, to party, to drink. That's the atmosphere that you have at Flamingo. So it depends on what you're looking for. That's my honest opinion. But we love Flamingo. We stay at Flamingo all the time because we like that energy and the crowds, and it's kind of loud. It's absolutely great location. But there are times that we want to stay on the strip, but we want more of a relaxed atmosphere. And in that case, we stay at either Cromwell or Caesar's Palace. Caesar's Palace is big, so you really don't have to leave the property. When all the construction end there. Are you talking F1? Hopefully by New Year's Eve, because a lot of people come to Vegas for New Year's Eve. And the city of Las Vegas, or Clark County, I should say, because it's not technically not Las Vegas, but they shut down the Las Vegas Strip for New Year's Eve. They shut it down, and people walk down the strip and you watch the fireworks going off of the property. So they're on the clock here. Today's the 4th. They've got about 20 days to get that wrapped up down there. So they're working on it. I can't say that they're not working on it. They are working on it, but it's still a mess. So just the expectation is that if you're going to be taking a taxi, rideshare, if you're coming from the airport to the strip, to your hotel, whether you're taking a shuttle, a limo, a private car, the casino sending you, taxi, rideshare, whatever mode of transportation, expect to wait longer, and for the ride from the airport to your property to take longer because there's so much traffic on and around the strip. So it really doesn't matter the mode of transportation because everybody has to use the same roads, right? So just leave a little bit extra time when you're leaving the hotel to get back to the airport because it's just as congested moving around the strip heading back to the airport. So, and there's construction on the highway, the 215, that runs parallel to Las Vegas Boulevard, right behind like Caesar's Palace and Mandalay Bay, all those properties on that side of the strip. That highway that runs through there, there's major construction in that strip corridor section of the highway. So there's no way around it. Just expect to be in traffic unless you're walking. Just walk if you're going to be just cruising on the strip. Let's see. All right, so that's it. The big one that was the cancellation is Sick New World that's been canceled for 2025. They have not announced a reschedule. And I know in 2024, there was a lot of disappointment over the headliners for this year's, for 2024 Sick New World. They did announce like a massive lineup for 2025. And maybe they were, I don't know, just shooting too high or aiming too high for that one. But they've canceled it with no explanation just until further notice. All right. So let's see what's going on this weekend in Vegas. You've got VGK hosting Dallas at T-Mobile Arena on the 6th, Saturday the 6th. So, Gino, since you're going to be in town on the 6th, I know you're going to Allegiant. T-Mobile, if you're around there before the Dallas game, it's so fun before a VGK game starts because they start in New York, right by the Brooklyn Bridge area. And there's a big procession that happens all the way to T-Mobile Arena with the cheerleaders and there's fans all out there, the drums going, this big procession that happens going to T-Mobile. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, VGK is hosting Dallas on the 6th. Power Slap. So there's people that are professional slappers and they slap each other. It's an actual professional sport. I don't know, but it's a real thing. It's happening at Fontainebleau on the 6th. If you're interested and want to see some grown people just slap each other as hard as they can and win some kind of prize. T-Mobile UFC weekend this weekend. It's going to be very busy in Vegas this weekend. You've got all of the concerts that we're going to get to that are wrapping around like NFR, which is huge here. National Finals Rodeo kicks off tomorrow, December 5th. You will see tons of cowboys and cowgirls in Vegas for about a week because it's like 9 days that this event lasts. So there's also UFC happening at T-Mobile on the 7th this weekend. So I misspoke. Saturday is not the 6th. Anyhow, so we've got UFC at T-Mobile on the 7th. Let's talk about events. NFR kicks off tomorrow, December 5th, and runs through December 14th. So there's so much cowboy stuff happening around Vegas right now. Beginning with Cowboy Christmas at the Las Vegas Convention Center. That's going to run 12/5 to 12/14 as well. So the same dates as NFR in Vegas. Lots of country concerts. Obviously, they're all going to be in town. So why not have country concerts? You've got Shania Twain at the Back Theater today, the 4th, and then again the 6th and 7th. Lauren Elena over at Resorts World Las Vegas on the 5th. Confederate Railroad over at Golden Nugget on December 5th. Garth Brooks at Caesar's Palace on the 5th, so tomorrow, and then the 7th and 8th. Ian Munsick over at Cosmopolitan on the 6th. Midland and Tanya Tucker over at Virgin on the 6th. Cody Jenks at Dolby Theater, that's at Park MGM, on the 6th and 7th. Brad Paisley at the Wynn on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Shabuzi at Virgin on the 7th. George Strait, which is probably why you're coming to town. George Strait is going to be at Allegiant on the 7th. Ryan Bingham is going to be at Virgin on the 6th. Mark Chestnut going to be over at Golden Nugget on the 6th. Coulter Wall over at Dolby Theater on the 8th. 95.5 The Bull Santa Jam is happening at Palms on the 8th. Lindsey Sterling going to be over at Venetian on the 6th and 7th. Thomas Rhett over at Fontainebleau on the 6th and 7th. The Eagles at the Sphere on the 6th and 7th. Andre Bocelli is going to be at MGM on the 7th. Better Than Ezra going to be over at M Resort on the 7th. Barry Manilow, who we talked about earlier, he's got his lifetime residency. He's going to be at Westgate 5, 6, and 7th. Rodney Carrington is going to be over at MGM on the 5th through the 8th. Larry the Cable Guy is going to be at Planet Hollywood on the 6th. And Ron White is going to be at Cosmopolitan on the 7th. That's a lot. It's going to be a very, very busy weekend here in Vegas. The weather is going to be perfect. So I always recommend to take a break during the daytime, during the afternoon, because the sun does start setting around 4:30. So you get this beautiful mid-60s like we're having now. It's almost 1 p.m. local time here in Vegas. You get this beautiful mid-60s full sun just for a few hours because about 4:30 the sun starts to set, and that's when the temperature starts dipping immediately. And in the evenings, you do have like mid-40s. So you have about a 20, 25 degree swing in temperature drop, and it happens pretty quickly. Thank you for the vital information regarding the road detours and wait. I'll be there on Sunday, December 8th, flying in from Honolulu. Oh, welcome. Yeah, it's going to be like going from town to Eva in rush hour traffic, or a morning commute from Eva to town. That's what you can expect. It's just going to be busy. Yeah, so expect that, Daryl. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Max, we go live every Wednesday as much as we can. You know, there are times that we might be traveling on a Wednesday, but typically, I mean, we go live typically every single week on Wednesday between noon and 1. If you've got specific questions, if you guys have specific questions about upcoming trips, traffic, weather, any of that kind of stuff, hit me up on Instagram, 9th Island Connection. I'm so much faster to respond to DMs on our Instagram because we don't get as many questions on our Instagram. So I can be faster to respond because the algorithm here on YouTube, we get a lot of comments on our videos and stuff, which we appreciate. I'm not complaining by any means. But YouTube shows you like 5 or 6 in the drop down. And as you start to respond to them, it pushes the older ones down. So it's easier to miss questions on YouTube. If you have questions, hit me up on Instagram, 9th Island Connection. Give this video a like if you found it useful at all. Hit us up on social media. We're Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're everywhere. We are 9th Island Connection. Any concerts next year, October? It's a little early for that just yet. It is a little bit early for that just yet. But just stay tuned. I mean, we do these lives all the time, and we do all of the announcements. And like I said, check out our social media. We're always talking about Vegas. All we do is Vegas on our channel. There's some great YouTube channels out there that I even watch that are more travel channels. We all, 100% of our content on our channel is Vegas. Events, restaurants, announcements, hotel room tours, reviews, pools, everything happening in Vegas. Activity. And like I said, if you guys have questions, hit me up on Instagram, Ninth Island Connection. We'll see you guys next time.